This is the brief on digital ID and religious discrimination claims in the UK. Ever wonder if a mandatory digital ID could clash with your faith? Well, imagine refusing one because you believe it's the biblical mark of the beast, and maybe even getting a payout from the government? Let's dive into how that could actually happen. First, the main angle here is something called indirect discrimination. It's covered by the Equality Act 2010. See, the rule demanding a digital ID might seem neutral, right? Applies to everyone. But if you're a devout Christian who genuinely sees it as that mark, it forces a tough choice. Violate your core beliefs or get shut out of essential stuff like banking or maybe travel. That's potentially unlawful discrimination. Okay, but just saying you believe it isn't quite enough. Second, for a claim like this to actually work, the courts have to see your belief as genuine and deeply held. You really mean it. This idea gets strong backing from the Human Rights Act, specifically Article 9, which protects religious freedom. If your belief passes that test, then the burden shifts. The government has to prove the ID mandate is absolutely necessary and the least restrictive option available, suggesting they should have at least considered religious opt-outs. And finally, if a case like this succeeds, well, claimants would push for the policy to be changed, like adding religious exemptions. But here's the really interesting part. The Equality Act allows for damages for distress. Yeah, that means people who successfully argue they were discriminated against could get compensated, potentially up to £9,000 each, from the government. So it's definitely more than just a theoretical debate. Bottom line, UK law seriously protects deeply held religious beliefs, even when new government tech rolls out.